Hey everyone, Rascal here, and welcome to another Rascal Reviews. This week I am reviewing the Charlie Brown special, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And in case you're wondering, yes, I will cover Charlie Brown Christmas in December, and next October I will cover Charlie Brown Halloween to complete the trilogy. And maybe I'll do New Year's and or Valentine's Day if you want. You can let me know in the comments below. Now, this is a special that is both talked about and not talked about enough. A majority of fans love and know about the traditional Charlie Brown specials we watch every year in the latter months of whatever year we're in. We get the It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown in October, and we get It's a Charlie Brown Christmas in December, and we of course we get Happy New Year Charlie Brown in the first January of every New Year, and every once in a while you might get the uh, it's Valentine's Day Charlie Brown, or even the Easter Beagle in March or April, depending on if you celebrate Easter. Now, one that's really not talked about enough is A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which premieres in November. And originally, much like the other specials, this premiered on either ABC or NBC or CBS or all the basic cable network channels as the holiday special. Usually premiere on the day itself or before it, in case there was a football game and didn't want to be interrupted. And the basis of this special is that Charlie Brown wants to have his friends together for Thanksgiving, since the parents are kind of all busy doing other things. They want to have their own little Thanksgiving together because Peppermint Patty and a few other characters are going to be going away for a little bit, and Linus is going to visit his grandmother, and Peppermint Patty's gonna be sent off to camp, and they're all gonna be separated for a while. So Charlie Brown decides he wants to have his own kids only Thanksgiving together before they leave. And unfortunately, he puts Snoopy in charge of making the food, and of course, he doesn't make the actual Thanksgiving food. He makes things like toast, popcorn, pretzels, jelly beans. And I don't even know what kind of platter that is. Even I wouldn't make that. But hey, that's the Beagle. So the whole thing ends up just being, half of it ends up being stupid preparing, quote unquote, preparing the food. And Charlie Brown inviting all his friends together and showing that he really wants to show how much he cares about them by having this dinner. And little do they know what Snoopy had up his sleeve when they didn't want the food that he just so and so put together. And for this one, I think this is a really underrated special because it really felt like a Thanksgiving special. And we don't have a lot of Thanksgiving specials. Long before became the topic of whether people should celebrate this day or not now, it was still a really heavy tradition for a lot of people to watch on the day of Thanksgiving or the day before it. And a lot of the highlights, besides Snoopy making the not really food, it was just a bunch of snacks you could put together for a football game, is that it showed that Charlie Brown and his friends are truly friends because they actually went and showed up to this little Thanksgiving table and actually were grateful for each other despite all the hard times they give him, and say things and say he can't hit the ball, he can't hit the football, he can't win a game, and all this. They do show that they do genuinely care about him. And of course, before they even are served the might as well say the snack bar food that Snoopy gives, Linus usually says a prayer before they eat, and he tells the story about the Thanksgiving, and he says a prayer of being grateful for the food they receive and for everyone being together and being blessed, which is, I think, was a really nice touch because you can choose if you want to pray along with him or not. And you also get a bonus episode. Sometimes it was a bonus one, they wouldn't ever be an hour. Other times it would just be a special and it would just be the 20 minutes. And other times they would add on an extra 30 for a second special called We're on the Mayflower Charlie Brown, or It's the New World Charlie Brown, something like that. It's been a while. And this was an extra one they had that they ended up putting together with the Thanksgiving one because it would show the Charlie Brown Peanuts gang on the Mayflower ship, and for the first time they actually show some adults in here. The Pilgrims are adults, it's not just all kids, and they show the indigenous people who are also adults, and I couldn't believe they actually did it. They actually had made a special with a bunch of adults in it along with the kids. And here they show them on the Mayflower, and it was pretty much them experiencing the journey trip to making this new country and the hardships that a lot of people face, and them celebrating the first Thanksgiving with the tribe. And it ended up also being, in a way, at the time, a history lesson for kids. And they will learn, if they didn't see it every year, they will learn where it originated, and Charlie Brown will narrate the story as they were playing out the events. And for the time it was made, it was a really great idea and really well thought out. And there were actually several specials they made where the Peanuts gang are involved in different points in history, and either they play the people that accomplished these goals in history, or they were just along for it, and Charlie Brown would narrate. Now, I personally enjoy still watching both of these specials. Even if they don't air the second half, I still like watching the first half and just eating food with the family. And usually we have like a movie we like to watch. We don't watch the football game. A lot of other people in our family do, but we personally like to do just the special and possibly a film, and then we just sit down together and eat. And it's part of what I really love about doing for the Thanksgiving traditions. If you've seen my Thanksgiving video from last year, I really like the tradition of having a lot of family and friends together, much like this special, and just sitting down together and eating and talking and just enjoying each other's company. And that's pretty much what the special was. It was so simple. It wasn't really elaborate. It didn't involve a huge story arc or something really weird. And we get stuff like Regular Show and Craig the Creek that Thanksgiving specials, and they're absolutely great for the shows they were. But Peanuts, it was more about really sitting down and showing the gratitude. And I think that's something that's really missed with a lot of these shows now. They just kind of take or leave things, and they show really no appreciation for the things they have. So it's a real nice refresher to just see this fun little sweet Thanksgiving special, and I consider it just as great as the other ones for Halloween and Christmas and New Year's and so forth. And I definitely recommend to anyone who has somehow never seen the Peanut special or doesn't watch it every year. If you don't watch it every year, you definitely should. And unfortunately, you can no longer watch these specials on TV since Apple TV has bought the rights to all of the Peanut stuff, and you can no longer see it on TV live. You would have to go to Apple TV themselves to watch it by streaming. And most people kind of don't do that, and I don't do that either. We just kind of bought the DVDs and we were done with it. We have Halloween and Christmas, but at this moment we don't have the Thanksgiving one, so we're gonna look for that so we can have it to watch every year. But I really wanted to share my thoughts on this since the holiday is coming up, and I know a lot of you and the Rascals and my viewers do celebrate it still. And if you don't celebrate it, that's perfectly fine. It's just a part of my childhood and tradition that I really love to share with you all. So, what did you think of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and or its extra special about the Mayflower? Did you enjoy it? Or did you really not care for it? Or did you kind of like grow out of it as it went on? Like maybe you found other things to do or it didn't feel the same for you? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time in the Rascal Reviews. Later!